Do you feel the vibes?
What's up, YouTube? It's Carolina Calvin coming back to you with another video. In this video, I want to talk about PSX 2016. Now, PSX took place about 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It was like 10 Pacific Time. And it's pretty much a Sony thing where they announce new games. They talk about games already announced. They got like a showroom. They said they were going to have over 100 games. And I pretty much wrote down majority of the games. Now, if I missed anything, just let me know down in the comment section. But I think I got most of the really big games. And if it's in order, then good. But it's probably not. So I probably skipped over something or just whatever. But just let me know down in the comment section. And I thought, well, I'll tell you what I think at the end. This video won't be a cam video. I actually have like a whatever, you don't need to know that, but cam videos definitely will be coming a little bit more often, just not in this one because I wanted to get this one out really quick, but because I actually forgot about PSX. And I remember hearing about it all week, and then the day of, I had a bunch of different things to do. I get home and I go to these different websites and this got announced, that got announced. Like, oh shit, PSX was today. So okay, it's something that's gonna go on today and tomorrow. Starting out, Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Now going into Uncharted 4, we always wondered why Chloe wasn't in the game. Now we see why they wanted to give her. I believe this is like a standalone expansion, kind of like Infamous First Light, where you don't have to own the original game. This is something you can download as standalone. You don't have to launch the other game. And it's a story with her and Nadine. And they show gameplay. Still looks amazing using the Uncharted 4 engine. Looks great. I'm wondering to see what happened in this game and why she's not in Uncharted 4. So it'll be interesting to see that. So that was a cool announcement because they said they were going to come out with some single player stuff, and they're probably going to come out with some more stuff. Next was a big one, definitely a rumor. A lot of people didn't think it was true, but it is Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. It will not be called 4. I don't know what the deal with that is. It's called Infinite. They did mention something about the Infinity Stones, but it is called Infinite. So it would be like Marvel superheroes, how the Infinity Stones did different things for, depending on the character or whatnot. The one question mark comes into this one. They actually showed a trailer. Talk about trailer. The trailer had, from the Capcom side, had Mega Man, Ryu. The Marvel side had Iron Man and Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel. I'm sorry. And showed them fighting. It's going back to 2v2, similar to what Marvel vs. Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom 1. So it's going back to the 2v2. What would that entail? Obviously, your characters won't die as fast because that was the thing with 3. Your characters die really fucking fast. My big issue, like I said, this is still a rumor. No non-MCU character. So if it's not a character that Disney, Marvel Studios doesn't own the movie license for, they won't be in the game. So it rules out Doctor Doom, rules out any of those mutant characters. Like I said, Doctor Doom, Sentinel, who's of course a Fox property in terms of the movie license. Wolverine's a big one. Storm, who's been in a bunch of the games. Magneto. So it kind of takes all those guys out of the game if that's true. So hopefully that's not true, but it seems like it will be. But we'll have to wait to see when they announce more characters, because they probably start next year, gradually throughout the year announcing characters. They usually do that with most fighting games. Next one, Crash Bandicoot. It's called the Insane Trilogy. They showed it's going to be a remaster of the first 3 games. They showed a comparison between that and the original first game on PlayStation, and of course the remaster. Of course, it's definitely a remake of everything. Plays exactly the same, but it just looks better. It looks a lot better. And that's what you want with a remaster. You want the remaster to look better. Obviously, they may not change up much just because they want the people to still feel the nostalgia of playing the original, but they want it to look better, modern graphics or whatever, at least for its art style. So that's definitely gonna be cool. They only showed the first one, they didn't show the other ones. Next one is Wipeout Remaster. If you're a fan of like F-Zero, or if you're a fan of Wipeout, but Wipeout took a lot of inspiration from a game like F-Zero. It's a fun game. Fast-paced racing. It's pretty hard because it can be hard, but I remember playing it on PSP. Had a lot of fun with it. It's gonna be a remaster of Wipeout HD, Wipeout Fury, and Wipeout 2048. Next, I don't know why the fuck I wrote this down, but Destiny supposed to have that racing bullshit. I don't know why I wrote it down, but I was just going through the different highlights and the recaps, and I was writing stuff down. But Destiny, if you give a shit, I don't. Next, Resident Evil 7 comes out January 24th. They talked about VR. I really don't care about that, but it's a big thing for Resident Evil fans. It's going back to the horror genre, so going back to its horror, I guess, roots is going to be more survival horror. That's a good thing, because I didn't like 6. Next, Ace Combat 7, which is a really good flight sim. You don't have a lot of those. You got some space flying sims. You don't have really like the military ones. And Ace Combat has definitely been one of the best in that. And it was kind of a way to them show off VR. Ace Combat looks amazing though. It'd be a game, would I buy it day one? Nah, but I would play it because it is fun. Next, you got Akuma's announced the Street Fighter 5, which we've been hearing about that anyway. So will he start release of some? They're not gonna just come out with him. They're probably gonna come out with some more characters, kind of like what they did with the original DLC for Street Fighter 5. Next, they'll talk about Parappa the Rapper, Patapon, and Loco Roco. If you care about those, Parappa the Rapper is old school. If you playing the game high, you play Parappa the Rapper. Now, I don't smoke weed, but I'm just saying, I know people that do that play that game back in the day, and that is funny shit. Just seeing them play. But I guess they plan on doing something with that. They re-releasing it, and maybe a remaster or a new game. Knack 2 got announced. Knack 1 had a huge bunch of issues. It was a launch game, so maybe they feel as though, okay, we can improve on a lot of things that Knack 1 got wrong. I mean, because the graphics were good for Knack 2. It definitely was a showcase of the PS4's graphics during that time, 2013. But it had a lot of issues with the co-op and everything like that. But they feel as though they can improve on it. That's why they come in the sequel. Give them a chance. The first one was bad, but it was a launch title. Next was Gran Turismo Sport. Surprised didn't see nothing about this at E3. But Gran Turismo is their, a lot of people say Uncharted, Last of Us, or God of War. Gran Turismo is their flagship franchise, especially back during PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 days. Gran Turismo is still their highest selling franchise. They got quite a bit of games, but it's still their highest selling franchise, and a franchise that usually sells well in pretty much every region. So we'll have to see. From what I saw from the gameplays, going circuit racing, I like more so of like arcade. That's why I like Forza Horizon. Although I don't really like racing sims, but it's more arcadey. I don't really know about the circuit thing, but like I said, could play well. Just not something I would necessarily like. Next they showed Ni no Kuni 2. Yes, I said it right. It's not really something I play, but you see there's a lot of variety in some of the things they show. Some of it first party, some third party like Resident Evil 7, Ace Combat. Those are like third party games going to be on, pretty much most of the platforms. Next, to show Yakuza 6, saying that's coming to the PS4 in the West. I think next year. Yakuza's fucking fun. I mean, you're pretty much you know what the Yakuza is, and you pretty much go around just beating the shit out of dudes. That's the one thing you can take away. You just go around beating the shit out of dudes, and it draws a lot of comparison to games like Shenmue. Next, they show Pyre, which is a game made by the makers of Bastion. It was another game. It was the makers of Bastion, which is a good indie game. Absolver, I believe, is also another indie game. I saw a little bit of that. It looks more like a fighting game, weapon fighting game. Well, no, it looks like a fighting game. I don't know exactly how it plays, because I didn't see a lot of it, but it was something they showed. Next they showed Windjammers, which I didn't know what the hell this was, but apparently 1994 Neo Geo game. Don't know much to say about that. Next they talked about PSVR. Don't care about PlayStation VR. Although it's the cheapest option, it's still upwards of $500 to get pretty much everything you need, and that's the cheapest option. HTC Vive, you're playing $800,000-$900,000 for it, somewhere around there. Next game show Neo, which a lot of people expected it to come out this year. It will not. It's made by the makers of the Ninja Gaiden series. Looks good. I played the demo. It's hard as fuck, but it's fun. It's definitely hard. You got that Dark Souls difficulty feel, where your common enemy could kill you in one hit. But it's a good game. It requires a lot of knowing how to do the counters, knowing different stances. Fun game though, like the samurai type feel to it. Next they show MLB The Show 2017, which will have King Griffey Jr. on the front. Like I said, some of the stuff is probably not in order, but I'm just saying some of the stuff they announced. MLB The Show 2017 have King Griffey Jr. on the front. If you're a fan of baseball games, this is the only baseball game I know of. I know 2K, EA, they gave up on baseball games, so that's the only one you can really play, and it's only on PS4. They showed Horizon Zero Dawn trailer, and the big one that people were kind of rumoring, people expected to see, Last of Us 2. How many years it takes place after the first? We know it's quite a bit of time because you see Ellie's much older. It looks, obviously it's just a CG trailer, so it's essentially like a cutscene. Can't wait for Last of Us 2. Last of Us was definitely one of my favorite PS3 games, up there with like God of War, Uncharted 2. Definitely one of my favorite PS3 games. And until we see gameplay, we'll see the improvements from the first game. Of course, it's going to use that the graphics you saw from Uncharted 4. You're definitely going to see these graphics in Last of Us 2, and it's going to look fucking amazing. There's probably some stuff I left off. I know they mentioned something about Persona 5. Gravity Rush was there, which is a game that's supposed to come out early next year. But I felt as though the one thing, even if it's a game, because there's games on this list that I mentioned or that they showed that I didn't mention that I'm not really interested in. But I think most people can come up here and say, okay, I could pick maybe one, a few games from this I do like. And it's the variety. They definitely had a variety of games for pretty much any gamer. If you like the more cartoony games, they got the indies. You like more mature games, they got The Last of Us. They got Uncharted up there. Yakuza, which I think some people need to give that a try. But let me know what you think down in the comment section. I thought it was pretty good. A lot of people go into it hyping it up a lot, but I thought from what they showed, they gave a lot of variety, and fucking Last of Us 2 was we didn't expect to see it now, although a lot of people kind of did, but definitely can't wait to see actual gameplay of it. It was cool to get an announcement of it. But let me know what you think down in the comment section about the whole press conference and everything they showed. Like this video, hit that thumbs up button, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.